affected by tonight, and we will see the clouds taking hold as we say goodbye to our partly sunny skies. We will still get up to about 40 degrees today, so still nice temperatures. Winds out of the northwest 10 to 15, but tonight look for light snow possibly moving in as we drop down to a low of 25.
That's your latest weather. Now here's Matt.
Al, thank you very much. Susan Walker is a special education teacher and divorced mother of 3 in Walton County, Florida. And when she became pregnant, she did not receive congratulations or good wishes. She says she was told instead that she will lose her job unless she gets married or has an abortion. School officials declined our request for an interview, but Susan Walker and her attorney, Marie Maddox, are with us this morning from Tallahassee, Florida. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Ms. Walker, let me clear something up. I mentioned in the introduction that you were divorced. This baby, though, is the result of a relationship after your divorce. Is that correct?
That's correct.
When you went into the school principal and said that you were pregnant, what specifically did she tell you that made you believe you'd lose your job if you didn't get married or have an abortion?
Well, when I had indicated to her that I was pregnant, she told me at that point that that presented a problem. She later shared with me that that in order to keep my job, or what she inferred was that could I consider an abortion, could I consider marrying the father of the child? And I told her that these were not options.
Is it correct that she told you she knew she couldn't fire you because you were pregnant, but that she would find a way?
That's a correct statement.
Have there been any other discussions since? What was your response to the principal at the time she said this?
I was actually shocked. I thought to myself, well, the only way I could kind of fight this is to retain an attorney, which I have co-counsel with Marie Maddox and Ann Terry.
Now, it's my understanding that teachers at this school, yourself included, are under one-year contracts. The school has the right to renew or not renew at the end of the year. Before this event, was there any doubt in your mind that your contract would be renewed?
No, there was no doubt in my mind that it would not be renewed, because I've always, wherever I've gone to teach, I've always had outstanding evaluations, and my method in teaching is really beneficial to children.
Do you understand why many people are concerned that you are teaching middle school students who are about to enter a time when sexuality and responsibility become major issues, that if Ms. Walker is unmarried and pregnant, it might be all right for me?
Well, I understand that issue, but morals have changed since the early 1950s, where you had to have a family where there was a mother and a father and, of course, your children. But in this day and age, that's not a requirement. There are lots of single moms out there raising kids all by themselves. And there are students attending school that are pregnant and bringing their children to school, so on and so forth. So, in my estimation, that in and of itself is discrimination.
Has there been any response from your students?
No, none at all. In fact, the school had made me feel so badly about my pregnancy that I hid it, you know, wearing big clothes over large-sized clothes, up until just this past week when they revealed to the students that I was pregnant.
Ms. Maddox, let me bring you in here. It's important to remember the school has not fired Ms. Walker. There is only a conversation that leads somebody to believe that she might be terminated. Has the school violated any laws at this point?
They've attempted to terminate her. There was the original conversation that Susan had with the principal of the school, and they also sent a letter to her and a contract asking her to sign to voluntarily terminate her employment with the school system. And yes, they have already violated a law. You cannot take action against an individual because of their marital status or because of their pregnancy. And they've attempted to do both.
It occurs to me that at the time of the discussion, if the principal had simply said nothing, she would have then, and the school then, would have had the right to terminate Ms. Walker's contract at the end of the year and not been held responsible.
That is correct. The problem is that now that they brought these protected reasons in, if they took action against her because of her pregnancy or because of her marital status, that does make it a violation of law. So if they had just done it for general reasons and decided not to renew her contract for no reason, that would put us in a different posture than we're in today.
Ms. Walker, what would you like to see done? How would you like this resolved?
Actually, I'd like to see justice done. In fact, you know, any other female who might get herself in this predicament and be employed at the same time, I would like this litigation to stand forward so that they would know that they have protection you know, with the law and not have to worry about, you know, how they're going to finance a child and what issues of morality play into this.
Susan Walker, Marie Maddox, we thank you both for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right. We're going to take a break. Coming up on Today, Sam Waterston, the new star of NBC's Law & Order, Martha Stewart's Feast of the Chinese New Year, including 8 jewel duck and pearl balls. We'll find out what those are. And Julie Delpy, the young French co-star of Before Sunrise. But first, these messages.
Say it's your birthday. What's my birthday too, yeah? They say it's your birthday. Gonna have a good time. I'm glad it's your birthday. Happy birthday to ya. We're going to a party. Yeah, we're going to a party.
New X14 kitchen cleaner challenges fantastic here on this baked-on grease.
The X14 kitchen cleaner worked better than the Fantastic did. The X14 is the way to go.
Look for this money-saving coupon on X14 in Sunday's paper.
The all-new Mazda Protege has more room than any car in its class. But what class is it? After all, it has more room inside than a Honda Civic, more room than a Nissan Altima, even more than a 5 Series BMW. So what class would you guess the new Protege is in? Well, here's a hint. The all-new Mazda Protege. But there's a surprise in every package.
Their eggs and Egg Beater's eggs both come from the same place. The biggest difference is while theirs has fat, Egg Beater's has no fat. Of course, we didn't short you on the taste. Egg Beaters, we're good eggs.
Office Depot makes my job a lot easier. I order by phone and get next day delivery. They've always got what I need in stock.
I look up the code numbers in the catalog, phone in the order, and Office Depot takes care of the rest.
With that kind of service and guaranteed low prices, I'd be foolish to do business with anyone else.
They don't just guarantee next day delivery, they guarantee low prices. I save time, my boss saves money.
Taking care of business.
When they want low prices on office products, they just call Office Depot and get next day delivery.
What do you have to drink? Another box of purple stuff. Mom got me Sunny Delight. Oh, me too. Except mine's California style. California style? It's different from original Sunny D.
Original and California style both come in a fun single-serve size with the same vitamins as Big Sunny D.
Anybody want to try this? Oh, come on, I'll throw in some chips doodles. I'll throw in a pickle.
Sunny Delight singles, original and California style. The good stuff kids go for.
We started thinking the best way to get rid of plaque would be to just build a better toothbrush.
That's how we came up with the Advantage.
The handle's ergonomic, so you can actually get a better grip on it.
Then we designed the power tip so it really gets behind your back teeth.
And the action cup, so it's great at removing plaque along the gum line.
It's the best toothbrush we've ever made.
Who knows more about what makes a better toothbrush than Oral-B?
It is the brand more dentists use.
It's 8:17. There were those who feared that Michael Moriarty's much publicized departure from the cast of NBC's Law & Order would spell curtains for the hit show, but all such fears have since been put to rest. The series actually is doing better than ever, even up against tougher competition. Much of the credit for that goes to award-winning actor Sam Waterston, who joined the show this fall as Assistant DA Jack McCoy. Hi, Sam. Great to have you here. Great to have you back on television, too. Did you jump at the opportunity to get involved in the show?
Well, actually, I did, because it was a known quantity, you know. All the people that came before me, including Michael, had set this tone of very high standards and really interesting narratives.
At the same time, Sam, that might be somewhat intimidating for someone stepping into a show during its 5th season when the show has already an established identity, when Michael Moriarty was a very key figure. Did you have any trepidation at all about that?
Well, they wrote me a whole new guy. So I didn't feel like I was replacing anybody or trying to be somebody else or anything like that.
Tell me about your character, Jack McCoy.
Well, he sometimes scares me, actually. He's so outspoken and so ready to give his opinion, and the things we deal with are so straight off the the pages of the daily paper, you know, that, and he's very outspoken and aggressive.
Very stern, too, wouldn't you say?
Stern?
Stern
No.
and serious? That's how my parents, as I mentioned to you during the commercial, are really enthusiastic watchers of Law & Order, and they said, Sam is great, but he's very serious, or Jack, rather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
So I
take
guess
that
maybe
under
you
advisement. I better
need
lighten up.
to lighten up a bit. Do you think that's one of the reasons the show works so well, Sam, that you all do, I hate the expression rip from today's headlines, but you do focus on very, very timely storylines that people are reading about in their newspapers, as a matter of fact.
I think that's half of it, and I think the other half is the pace of the show itself, that it just drives and drives and drives. We do more scenes per hour than any other show on television, and you know, the crew, the wear and tear on the crew proves it, but they keep this thing very cooking all the time.
Very fast-paced.
Yeah.
Does that make that tough for the actors as well?
Makes it tough for the actors, but really the people that it's unmerciful for is the crew.
Yeah.
Because they work these incredible hours.
And of course, you shoot everything here in New York City,
Yeah, we do.
so it's very realistic.
And that, again, you know, I think that that's a big advantage too, that the city is a character.
Yeah, we've got a clip from Law & Order. Of course, as you mentioned, the show raises a lot of very tough issues. Tonight's episode is a good example. It talks about racism and black. I mean, talk about timely. Obviously, that Colin Ferguson case is going on right now.
He is a little stern too, isn't he?
No, I think you're great. My parents love you. They do. They do.
Oh, good. That's better.
But I mean, how are you able to be so incredibly timely? Because oftentimes we see TV dramas focusing on sort of news events, but maybe 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months later. Do you just have terrific writers who really keep...
Well, it's eerie. Sometimes these stories resurface right around the time that we're doing them.
Yeah.
So we think we're borrowing from the past, and then it turns out that it's today's news too.
I should mention that you're embarking on a new project. You're doing, you're producing a feature film, is that right?
This is the first time I've ever acted as a producer on a film.
Yeah, how do you like it?
Oh, it was really exciting.
It's with Jason Patric.
And Tandy Newton, who's the young girl in Jefferson in Paris, the Ismail Merchant James Ivory movie that's about to come out.
Great. And what's the name of this movie?
The Journey of August King. It was written by John Ely, based on a novel of his.
Oh, great.
It's really wonderful.
Well, we're looking forward to that, and of course, I'm still enjoying reruns of All Fly Away, one of my favorite shows. Sam Waterston, always great to see you. Continued success with Law & Order.
Thanks, Katie.
And lighten up, okay?
Yeah, I will.
We're back in a moment with more of Today, right after this.
Something is happening in homes across America. Prime Star, the complete mini-dish satellite service, is bringing hours of family entertainment, pro and college sports, and the latest hit movies, all with digital quality picture and sound. And best of all, with Prime Star, you don't have to buy or maintain equipment. The complete service, including programming, can be yours starting at about $1 a day. All you have to do is call 1-800-PRIME-STAR.
Oh, I can't wait to tell you the news. You know all that seafood you love at Red Lobster? Well, we've just lowered our prices. Our new menu has 15 dinners under $10, like our shrimp sampler, just $7.99. With sizzling scampi, flame grilled shrimp, fried shrimp, plus bread and salad, just $7.99. How's everything?
Delicious.
You know, with our delicious seafood and 15 dinners under $10, you're gonna love Red Lobster even more. See you soon.
That's a good boy. He's not an infant anymore.
Down here.
He's not yet a big boy.
Here we go.
He's a toddler.
There he goes.
Too big for a bottle, not big enough for a glass. This is just right. Next Step Toddler Formula from the makers of Enfamil.
Smile big.
Specially designed for toddlers with the Iron Cow's Milk Lax.
Oh boy.
After the bottle, before the milk. Next Step Toddler Formula. In soy, too.
Ah, very good. You're drinking Carnation Instant Breakfast. You know it has all 19 essential vitamins and minerals. Oh, and Carnation Instant Breakfast has no preservatives or artificial flavors.
For years, AT&T's television commercials convinced my mom, my sister, and me not to join MCI savings programs.
Then we heard about MCI's new Friends and Family, and we decided to try it. So we joined together.
Now, when we spend just $10 a month, we save 50% on all the calls we make to each other.
That's half of what we used to pay on AT&T's basic rate for the same calls.
And now we realize that all the time AT&T was telling us not to join MCI, they were charging us America's highest long-distance rate.
I got a problem.
Poor baby.
Yeah, watch.
Well, I've got a solution.
Country Crock spreadable sticks.
Yeah, they spread easy, straight from the fridge.
Very spreadable.
Very edible.
Country Crock spreadable sticks. Spread easy, straight from the fridge.
Here at the Biltmore Country Club in Phoenix, these golfers are testing their skill for a $1 million hole-in-one, and it all helps the nonprofit Fiesta Bowl. What helps me in the morning is watching the Today Show. What a difference today makes.
Up next, celebrating the Chinese New Year with Martha Stewart.
Gung hei fat choy. But first, a station break.
Whatever.
On the next News 25 today, we'll have all you need to know to start your day.
I'll have all the day's weather information.
And the latest in news, traffic, sports, and more on the next News 25 today.
This is a News 25 around-the-clock newsroom update.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to this News 25 Today update, 8:25 on the first day of February. Denise Heilman will be along a little later to tell us about the weather. We're looking for cloudy skies today with a high around 40 degrees. She'll check that for you in more detail a little later. First in the news this morning, of course, the big news item, CAD and the UAW meeting again in Louisville, Kentucky. News 25's Dana Kozloff is in Louisville and will be bringing us updates as information is made available. The two sides met for about 30 minutes yesterday before taking a recess. On the picket line, strikers are optimistic but guarded. As this was the scene at Mapleton and East Peoria yesterday, workers saying they're not getting their hopes up high.
I don't think nobody's real hopeful of anything happening in the real near future. It's kind of wait and see attitude.
We're hopeful. We'd like to go to work. I'm sure of that. We listen to the radio continuously, hoping for the best.
Some strikers say if both sides continue meeting for a number of weeks, they might get more optimistic about a resolution. In other news, a contractual agreement of sorts between Peoria landlords and the city. The landlords have agreed to register with the city, but say they are not willing to compromise over inspections. We get more from Fraser Ingerman.
Peoria landlords say even though they don't think it will work, they will accept a plan for them to pay a fee and register with the city. City officials have been pushing for rental registration to weed out slumlords who often can't be found. But landlords say they won't accept another proposal for regular inspections. They say that's a violation of their rights.
That you would never, ever even consider searching or inspecting homes that were single-family residences because the person that voted for that wouldn't stay in office 10 minutes past the next election.
Anderson says the city should enforce its existing codes to weed out the bad landlords. But that's not enough, according to those who say some neighborhoods are dying because of bad rental property.
We're not out to become Big Brother, but we're going to have to do that. And I won't hesitate to do it because I'm not going to sit by and watch this community go up in smoke.
Landlords say they're determined to fight the city if it insists on regular inspections of all rental properties in the city, and a fight they'll get from some on the city council who say those regular inspections are necessary to get a grip on some of the worst housing in the city of Peoria. Fraser Ingerman, News 25 Today.
Time for a break. Denise has our weather when we come back.
It pays to plan ahead. Save 10% on next year's lawn service through Golf Green's prepayment discount program. Call Golf Green Lawn Care today for a free lawn estimate.
John Biff Auto Mall. We're proud to be the price leader.
Get ready for the Auto Mall's big clearance blowout. This Saturday only, the price leader is wiring hundreds of remaining new 94s and executive demos with detonator deals. Low hundreds, even thousands of dollars off a new or used car, truck, or van. And get free hot dogs, free gifts, and a chance to win free Alan Jackson tickets. Don't miss this big clearance blowout. This Saturday only.
Be the price leader. John Biff Auto Mall.
Next to McLuggage Bridge in East.
Warm, comfortable, inviting. That's the beauty of Thomasville Furniture. And during the winter sale going on now at Thomasville Home Furnishings of Peoria, you can make your home an even more special place to be, now and throughout the year, with the biggest savings of the season. Plus, no payments for 6 full months.
The place to start is Thomasville.
Thomasville Home Furnishings of Peoria, across from Kay's Merchandise on Pioneer Parkway. Open 7 days a week.
Thanks to her connections, Lisa Dixon just got a better deal on a checking account. The same connections gave her an extra bonus on a new savings account, a better rate on a car loan, And a great deal on a credit card. What kind of connections did all this for Lisa? This kind. First of America Connections. An exclusive program that rewards her for doing more of her banking business with us. First of America. Right now, get 7% APY on a 25-month CD. First of America Connections members earn an even better rate.
All right, taking a look at our satellite picture this morning, putting it into motion, you will see we have some partly cloudy skies throughout the state. We will enjoy some partly sunny skies, though, however, this morning. And that means then watch for increasing cloudiness. There we go, this afternoon. So some clearing, as you can see already, and we will enjoy the partly sunny skies until the afternoon hours. Then we bring in a chance for some precipitation. Already some precipitation in the Midwest, and we will see maybe a chance for some light snow as that frontal system drops south, bringing a chance for that today and tomorrow, maybe even Friday.
Groundhog's Day, we'll see.
We'll see.
We are back at 8:30 on a Wednesday morning. That's Martha. It's the year of the pig, but we've got a little dragon action behind us. Hi, Martha.
Hi, I know. Why a dragon in the year of the pig?
Well, I guess that's just a traditional Chinese symbol, so we thought we had some able and
very
willing
cute. It looks like
volunteers.
it looks a little contrite, that dragon.
Oh, well, we kind of liked it. And look at, you've got your bamboo steamer there and
Oh,
everything.
I heard all about your expertise in Chinese cooking.
No,
and
I was kidding.
I'm so sorry that you're not doing the same.
Well, I'm going to come down and help you out.
Oh,
What
good.
have you got going in that steamer?
Well, this is pearl balls and wonderful dumplings, pork dumplings, and I'll show you how to make these. These are extraordinary.
Oh, I love those. Okay, Martha, we'll see you in a bit.
Thank you.
Also, we've got something else coming up in this half hour. We're going to be talking about the new movie Before Sunrise. It's the story of a French girl and an American boy. They meet on the train. They start talking, and as Jean said, they talk a lot. They fall in love. They spend the evening walking the streets of Vienna, really basically getting to know one another very well. And we're going to be talking with the French half of the cast, a charming young actress.
Julie Delpy.
Named Julie Delpy. Not Julie Delpy, but Julie Delpy. Correctamundo.
I've got it correct now.
That's right.
Thank
But
you.
first, we're going to head to the news desk and turn once more to Elizabeth Vargas. Good morning again, Elizabeth.
Good morning again, Katie and Matt. Hello again, everybody. The prosecution continues to present its case against O.J. Simpson today in his double murder trial in Los Angeles. Tuesday, the jury saw police photos of the battered and bruised Nicole Simpson they found when they responded to a 911 call on January 1st, 1989. The court also heard testimony from two police officers who responded to the call.
A woman came running out of the bushes to my left and collapsed on the speaker post on the inside of the gate and started yelling, "He's going to kill me, he's going to kill me." I said, "Well, who's going to kill you?" She said, "OJ." She said that OJ had slapped her, hit her with his fist, and kicked her.
He told me that he was sorry for what he did to Nicole and that he didn't mean to harm her in any way, and that he would seek counseling with her.
Simpson later pleaded no contest to a charge of spousal battery. Floodwaters are beginning to recede in parts of Europe, but they continue to rise in the Netherlands. At least 100,000 people have been forced from their homes in that country. Thousands of acres of farmland are also underwater, and there are fears that the country's dikes are in danger of weakening. The federal government wants to change the way meat and poultry is tested for safety. Agriculture Department officials say current inspection techniques cannot detect bacteria and other hazards. They are proposing new lab tests and tougher guidelines for cleanliness. Industry officials say new regulations would mean higher prices. The countdown continues at Cape Canaveral toward tomorrow's scheduled launch of the Space Shuttle Discovery. It's the first of a series of missions involving Russia's orbiting space station. The pilot will be Eileen Collins, the first woman to pilot a shuttle. Among other things, she will handle the tricky rendezvous with the space station. Tonight on Dateline NBC, a follow-up to last week's rescue of an Air Force pilot and his 10-year-old son who were lost and feared dead in northern Turkey. Lieutenant Colonel Mike Cuellar talks about his heartbreaking choice to leave his son and look for help, and then the reunion when rescuers arrived.
I said, Matthew, I'm so proud of you. You hung in there, and I didn't even know if you could do it, but you did, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so glad that we're together again.
Their story of survival and courage on Dateline NBC tonight at 9 o'clock, 8 Central Time, right here on NBC. It is now 8:33 and time for the weather and Al Roker.
Today's weather is brought by Contact Day and Night. relieves your cold symptoms with the right medicine at the right time.
And it's the right time for our weather on a Wednesday, February 1st, 1995. Check it out. Here's what we have for you. Afternoon temps going to be kind of chilly up in the northern plains. Nice and warm, though, from Texas right across into Southern California. As far as the weather is concerned today, we do see sunshine in the southeast right across the Gulf Coast states into Southern California, where today Los Angeles will get up into the mid-80s. In Denver, they'll get up into the mid-60s, although more wet weather moves into the northwest, 1 to 2 more inches or more moving into the Oregon coast, where they have flood watches in effect. We also have a little light snow working its way from northern New England across New York State on into the Great Lakes, although northern New England could pick up as much as 6 more inches of snow. More cold air coming into the plains, and that's going to reinforce the cooler air that's moving into the northeast and the mid-Atlantic states later on today. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Good morning. Well, for this Wednesday, February 1st for central Illinois, we have a disturbance bringing in some wet weather today and cloudy skies. Actually, the rain will hold off for the day, and light snow is expected by tonight. And we will see the clouds taking hold as we say goodbye to our partly sunny skies. We will still get up to about 40 degrees today, so still nice temperatures. Winds out of the northwest 10 to 15. But tonight, look for light snow possibly moving in as we drop down to a low of 25.
New York City. That's your latest weather. Now here's Matt.
Al, thank you so much. What better way to celebrate the Chinese New Year, which is, by the way, the year of the pig, than with a great Chinese feast. Martha Stewart is here to help us with that, and all of these recipes, by the way, are in the current issue of her magazine, Martha Stewart Living. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Gong hei fat choi, as they say. Thank you very much. Hey, how do the Chinese celebrate this? We've seen the pageantry involved, but is there a standard traditional feast?
Well, yes, New Year's is a feast of as many different dishes as possible. And one of our friends at the magazine, Han Feng, she's a designer in New York. She created a lot of her family's recipes and showed us how to make them. And these are adaptations of a lot of her recipes and others that we made for the magazine. I think they're spectacular. And look at this backdrop. You can have lanterns. You can have goldfish and bowls on your table. We'll get to the table later, but let me show you.
So the goldfish is for decoration only.
But
Good.
Gold is a sign of prosperity and success. You don't have to eat those alive.
All right.
That's another country.
Why so many dishes?
Well, because it's all, the dinner is all a dinner of puns, of plays on words. Lotus seeds means many children. Roundness means the roundness of the year and the roundness of the earth and the roundness of successful life. And so it goes on and on. Scallions mean clever. Peanuts means life. So it's really a very interesting, and they spend the whole night it was really last night, the 31st, they spend the whole night talking about what the things mean, what they should mean.
And they sample just a little of each dish, not meant to be a big meal.
But it's all night long. It's just fun.
What do you have for us?
Okay, well, first thing are dumplings. Dumplings are a very popular kind of food, and people love making them. And the Chinese make it very easy for us to make things. You can buy these wonton skins, these dumpling skins in Chinatown, and it's fun. We went last week looking at all the markets down there, and the fresh ingredients are so spectacular. So it's really kind of nice to learn all about it. This is the golden dumplings, and this filling is wonderful. It's made out of pork and scallion, and what you do, it's very easy. You just take the filling and put a little bit in the middle of a skin. Would you like to try one?
Go ahead.
Here, you try one too.
All right.
Let's show you how easy it is. Make sure you keep these from drying out. And then with your fingers, just wet the edge of the dumpling skin, fold it over in half, and really press very hard, sealing those edges. Okay. Dumplings can be boiled, they can be fried, and then you kind of wrinkle these up like that. See how pretty? Doesn't that look like a real dumpling? Yeah. Let me see. You're perfect. Boy, look, yours is better. I like this.
That's a first,
and then you
isn't
just
it?
put that right in the boiling water, and you boil that until it's tender. Pearl bowls are another fabulous thing made out of ground pork, dried shrimp that has been soaked in water, scallions, fresh ginger. These are all very easy. The secret of Chinese cooking is to have all these bowls of ingredients, a little soy sauce, a little salt.
Is traditional Chinese cooking healthy?
Very healthy.
It's what we tend to have done to it.
It's so healthy. I mean, don't fry a lot of stuff. If you don't fry one egg, this is, see how easy this mixture is? And you have sticky rice, which is like a Japanese rice, soaked in water for about 20 minutes. Once you have your mixture all mixed up, make a ball and roll it in the sticky rice.
Right.
And you put this in a steamer. Oh, look, don't forget your hat. That's your hat.
Okay, well, actually, why don't we bring Katie in, because you're going to take us now to the duck.
Okay, but look at the steamer. Those are the pearl balls. Oh, how cute. Oh, perfect. Yes, please wear your hats.
Absolutely.
You're going to mess up your hair a little bit.
Well, wait till you see yours.
Another kind of dumpling steamed on a bed of bok choy.
Can I take one of those while we're moving on?
No, it has to be dipped in a sauce. Let me give you the sauce, because they... You look ridiculous.
Thank you.
Dip them in that delicious
You go to the
sauce.
duck. I'm going to dip this.
Okay, here's our wonderful duck that has been stuffed already. And this is a mixture of dried chestnuts.
That looks so good, Martha.
Sesame seeds.
Are those garbanzo
rice,
beans or chickpeas?
No, lotus.
Lotus.
Shiitake mushrooms, tree ear mushrooms. The recipe has a lot of ingredients. That's what people really get scared of in Chinese cooking. But if you have them all laid out in little bowls, mix them at the last minute, you can do dishes. You can do like 10 dishes at your house. Okay. You can do it.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Even you.
So here is our beautiful duck that has been stuffed with that mixture and sewn up. The cavity is sewn with a thread. And I have a wok here lined with scallions, scallions for life. And you put the duck right in here, add 2 cups of water. This takes about 2.5 hours to cook.
I was going to say, you have to have that in there for a long time,
Yeah,
right?
so you want to, and then mix your brown sugar with dark soy and regular soy and a little bit of Chinese wine.
You can get light soy sauce, too,
Yes, you can, laid in salt.
Right.
Yes, and you pour this over your duck. Now let me show you what it looks like, because we have one in the oven and you have to see this. Thank you very much.
I learned my lesson.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then you put it for the last 25 minutes of cooking on a bed of the Chinese cabbage. Look at that. Doesn't that look like it's right from Chinatown?
That looks so good.
And
I can't tell you how good it smells,
It is fantastic.
We're going to get to the rest of that,
And
Martha, in just a second.
Okay,
I'm sorry. They're telling
okay.
me we're out of time. We're going to smell this and taste these. And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you
Happy
both.
New
of
Year,
you.
Martha.
All right, Katie's back, although she's still here in a moment, with the young actress making a big splash in the new movie Before Sunrise. She's Julie Delpy. After this, try this.
Why do ordinary cold pills like Sudafed release their medicine on you all at once and wear off as soon as 4 hours? When doctors agree the best way to get cold medicine is little by little throughout the day, but this is a little impractical for a cold. That's why Contact was invented. Like an IV, Contact works fast to relieve your symptoms and then releases just the right amount of medicine, a microdose at a time, for 12 continuous hours of relief. The way doctors recommend you get it. Contact, relief that's fast, relief that lasts.
She may only vaguely remember getting her first doll or having her first slumber party, but those Sunday morning Bisquick pancake breakfasts are gonna stick with her.
It kills the germs that cause bad breath. It fights plaque and the gum infection gingivitis. It's a new taste, new feeling, new sensation. New Fresh Burst Listerine.
I don't know why I love
Introducing an altogether new ragu. Ragu Hearty.
I just do.
A whole new line of hearty pasta sauces
thrill me
loaded
like you
with flavor for a big, bold taste.
I don't know why.
New Ragu Hearty. You're gonna love it.
I thought, well, if I try hard enough, I can't. I might be able to get it.
All she did was study. I just can't get it. Study. I hated school. Study.
I gave up.
That's when we turned to Sylvan for help.
The first thing we give them is self-esteem and confidence. At Sylvan, Colleen was learning the way Colleen needed to learn.
We have a much happier child now.
I can.
Now I'm getting A's.
That's my boy.
At Sylvan, we guarantee to make a difference.
Sylvan Learning Center. Better grades are just the beginning. Call 1-800-EDUCATE. That's 1-800-EDUCATE.
Okay, class. Today we're going to fix a nice little salad. How about that?
Remember that little salad from high school? It became fun, and accordingly, so did the salad dressing. Now there's new Kraft Catalina with honey. Unlike your usual dressing, Kraft adds honey to its tangy Catalina for a sweeter taste that's really different. Just like that nice little salad of yours. Now salads are fun. So is new Kraft Catalina with honey, the fun way to dress.
They were given up for dead. A father and his little boy lost for 9 days in a blizzard. Hear the exclusive story of how they survived.
Seemed like a miracle.
Dateline tonight.
You may not recognize her name, but her face is becoming familiar. 25-year-old French actress Julie Delpy has compiled a varied and quite impressive resume. She played a Nazi schoolgirl in World War II Germany in Europa, a hairdresser destroyed by her vengeful ex-husband in White, and an art student, bank clerk, prostitute who gets caught up in a bank heist in Killing Zoe. Her new movie is a lot calmer. It's called Before Sunrise. Julie plays a French student who meets an American on the train and is charmed into joining him to explore Vienna.
This is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, it's a little awkward. But it's all right?
Yeah, this is great. This is great. Let's go to some places. Look at your book.
We're in Vienna. Let's go to some places.
Julie Delpy, good morning. Bonjour,
morning.
comment allez-vous aujourd'hui?
Très bien, merci, et vous?
Come see, come saw. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
In this movie, Before Sunrise, you play a young girl named Celine who is on the train going back to Paris when she meets an American boy played by Ethan Hawke. Tell me a little bit about what transpires after they first sort of catch each other's eye.
Well, I think it's like, you know, this kind of love at first sight, you call it, right? I think that's what it is. I mean, it's more than this, because it's like they get into knowing each other. The whole film is about these two people that get to know each other. And the whole script is about just two people talking and stuff, but it was like, we tried to make it like as entertaining as possible without any like car chase or murder or, you know, intense sex scene or anything like that. So it's a simple subject, but we tried to make it as entertaining as possible.
I mean, it is totally dialogue driven. As you say, there are no special effects, no big car chases, etc. Was that a real challenge to have just the focus on two characters and basically a conversation between them for the entire course of the movie?
Yeah, it was a big challenge. It was actually, for me, a lot of fun, and for Ethan too. For everybody, it was a lot of fun because it's really interesting to make a film about two-person. The challenge is not to make a film about two-person, because a lot of people can do that and it can be pretty boring. But to make this film, you know, two people and make it like really entertaining. I mean, I meet people coming out of the screening and like they really enjoyed it. You know, they laugh, they cry. It's really about, you know, this emotion, love, and like the beginning of love, the beginning of like knowing each other, those few moments that are the most exciting for everybody. Well, that's what we put in the film, you know, the most exciting part of love. It's like this before everything, you know what I mean? Before
the getting to know you stage.
Before you leave in the same room every day, and like, you know, it's like this moment, you know, this very rare moment.
The conversation was so free-flowing, was so natural, it almost seemed as if the entire movie was ad-libbed. But that is certainly opposite of what's true, right?
Yeah, you know, sometimes film that seems like it flows and everything's all right, and they just put us in front of the camera and we were just there doing our stuff. It's totally the opposite. We had like 3 weeks of rehearsal. We worked together in Austin like 2 months before for a week. I was working on the script much before I began the film. I would work also during every day, like 4 hours learning my lines a day, plus working every day, of course. So it was like the opposite. It was so much work. It was like beyond something I ever imagined. I mean, I loved it, but I had to learn every word, and there's not one scene improvised in the whole film.
Well, let's show people an example of what we're talking about. Okay. We've got a clip from the movie, and in this scene, Celine and Jesse, who once again is played by Ethan Hawke, discuss whether they should plan to see each other again.
Oh yeah, let's see. Now let's just be rational adults about this.
Maybe we should try something different. I mean, it's not so bad if tonight is our only night, right? People always exchange phone numbers, addresses, they end up writing once, calling each other once or twice.
Right, fizzles out. Yeah, I mean, I don't want that. I hate that.
I hate that too, yeah.
The whole movie, I should mention, Julie, takes place over a 14-hour period.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy working with Ethan Hawke?
Yeah, a lot. We had a great time. We were like, I never remember working so close to anyone in my whole life, because we had to like, we wanted the film to be as good as possible. You know, there's some film where people do and they all like have a bit of hate toward each other. Very often it's like, not very often, but like there's always someone in the corner that's not happy or something. And everybody on the set was trying to make the best film possible. And Ethan and I had to like really, you know, people were so happy to do this film. We had to be the best possible and do our best work possible, you know. I mean, Ethan and I are both very like, we talk a lot. We can talk forever. So it was like both of us talking and talking and talking nonstop. I mean, we had a great time.
Well, you can't talk anymore, Julie, because we're out of time.
Okay.
The movie is Before Sunrise. It's really a delightful film.
Exactly.
Julie Delpy, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back in a moment. This is Today on NBC.
Your Ford dealer's earned the right to be called the Truck Authority. And he doesn't take it lightly. After all, Ford F-Series has more repeat buyers than any truck in its class. Airbag and analog brakes, standard. And enough pulling power to blow the competition right off the road. No wonder it's America's #1 truck, 18 years straight.
Now save $1,600 on a well-equipped F-Series pickup. Plus get factory air conditioning at no extra charge.
When you're the Truck Authority, it carries a lot of weight. See your local Ford dealer now.
Hi, I'm Kathy Scher from the new Amish Furniture Store, Peoria. Now's the time to save as we make room for new inventory. 3-piece maple dining room set, hutch, table, and 6 chairs. Save 25% when you buy the set. Classic cherry dresser with tri-view mirror, save 25%. Plus, we have a variety of entertainment centers, quilt racks, odds and ends, all reduced for big savings. We say out with the old at the new Amish Furniture Store, Metro Center, Peoria.
Tonight on News 25 Nightside.
5 pounds.
7 pounds.
10 pounds.
15 pounds. Just like me, they all picked up unwanted pounds during the holidays. But I'll be doing something about it. Will I succeed? Well, you'll be the first to know in my special report.
Pound for Pound. Tonight on News 25 Nightside from Central Illinois News Channel.
And if I can do it, so can you. Now here's a wonderful car.
And here's the perfect price. A one-price special from Jim McComb. Take your choice. 1994 Chevy Cavaliers or Pontiac Sunbirds, only $89.95. And they're loaded with air, automatic, power locks and windows, cruise, tilt, stereo, and more, all for only $89.95. Save time with no hassle, no haggle, one price. Save even more with one-price program cars.
Step right in.
It's the best way to buy at Central Illinois' only one-price GM Program Car Center. Jim McComb Chevy Geo.
We didn't have a chance to talk about the soup, Martha. Tell me what's in that.
Well,
It's
this
beautiful.
is a spectacular soup of transparent noodles and gold coin, here they are, gold coin dumplings, which are really just little omelets filled with pork. And there are all kinds of wonderful mushrooms, look.
Oh, God,
What
I'll
kind of
taste
mushrooms
that.
are those, Martha? You taste that. Those are the dried shiitake mushrooms.
delicious.
And then look at the table. This is a typical Chinese New Year table. All of this stuff you can buy. I mean, I went down to Chinatown and really just went through some of those wonderful stores on Canal Street, bought these beautiful celadon bowls. These are all new and very inexpensive.
I know, they
like
really are.
$5
Good buy.
for this plate, and you can get dozens of these chopsticks for very little. The wonderful soup spoons. Of course, the goldfish and
And
the
of course,
bowls.
all these interesting treats.
Yeah, these are all the desserts, and for all of you, I brought you giant fortune cookies. These are
The
very
fortune on this
special,
says-
and the
Okay,
recipe for these is in the
we gotta
magazine
go.
also.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. This is Today on NBC.
Says
where
if
we
you eat
read our
2 of these,
forecast.
you'll keel over.
There are 3 great full-size pickups out there. Ford, Dodge, and the Chevy CK. Oh, you want one that'll haul 2,200-pound payloads? There are 2 great pickups out there. Oh, you want one of the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road? There's one great pickup out there, Chevy CK, outmaneuvering Ford or Dodge with 4-wheel anti-lock brakes standard. And Chevy starts as low as $14,047. The Chevy CK, one rock-solid value. See your local Chevrolet dealer today.
Tom Collins presents the Campbell Soups 1995 tour of World Figure Skating Champions. See the world's best. Oksana Bayou, Brian Boitano, Nancy Kerrigan, Victor Petrenko, Elvis Stoico, Surya Bonalini, Philippe Candeloro, and more. Don't miss the Campbell Soups 1995 tour of World Figure Skating Champions.
At the Peoria Civic Center, Thursday, June 1st. Tickets now on sale at the Civic Center box office, all Ticketmaster locations, or charged by phone.
Leather is what people are wanting today. I mean, it's just wonderful. The Hides and Seat Gallery is exclusively leather. It's because so many people are using leather today. I mean, people love leather. Leather's for everyone, whether it be a formal living room or a family room. Leather can go any style, and you can make it elegant or you can make it casual. Leathers are wonderful. It's comfortable, it's soft, and it's cool, and it's elegant. I love it.
Get ready for WEEK TV's 6th annual Kids Nowadays Festival. This fantastic family event is Saturday, April 29th at the Peoria Civic Center and May 6th at Redbird Arena in Normal. A bigger-than-ever show is planned. Lots of fun, entertainment, rides, prizes, and freebies. A great day for the entire family. For information on becoming an exhibitor, call Joe McGuire at WEEK 698-3728 to find out how your business can be part of this huge event.
One look is worth 10,000 words.
You will enjoy good health that is your wealth.
The spirit of adventure leads you down an exciting path.
You will soon meet the person you admire.
Hi, Great to see you, Martha. Thanks.
Happy
We'll see
New Year,
everybody tomorrow.
Today, America's favorite morning program. And NBC News, now more than ever.